manage it. It's been a long time for me, and I'm 2006 pass out. A quick introduction. Currently, I'm a national salesman with HM Class India from past 1.5 year now. Had been with Monsanto, started with Coromandel. Also had a short stint with Infosys and EY in the consulting side of it. So that is in short about me. So these are all my personal views for now. Let us see in the next 10 to 12 minutes. We'll try to look at it. We'll see the overview of the situation, how the lockdown is affecting the seed supply chain, what are the key stakeholder pain point now, organizational approach in terms of main customer oriented approach, and again the estimated impact and the firm's responsibility and solutions. So this is a favorite line wherein I had a manager who used to say always optimism with extreme caution. I think this is very much the situation currently we are in. The optimism is this is a fortunate sector wherein in terms of crisis being agri inputs, it is not, the impact is not very heavy, and this is very much expected to be back on roll, and the impact or the disruption will not be heavy compared to other sectors like aviation, tourism, partially retail, so on. So also the guidelines post tomorrow. Tomorrow is 20th. It is expected that many things will be eased out. Let us see. That is optimism for now. But we are all aware in terms of caution, the essential commodities, though it is considered as essential commodities for us, the ground level implementation in terms of distributor shop openings, in terms of transport of the seed material, it's not happening on field. Though the head office or the agri department, JD officers are saying this, but on field, it doesn't look so far. And again, we all know March to May is very crucial for this industry because once the monsoon comes, the seeds have to be available to the farmer. So this is a crucial phase. So it's a club of the scenario. We can call it optimism with extreme caution at this phase of the time. Looking at the seed supply chain, you are able to see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is in short, I was trying to give the glimpse. We are all aware in terms of seed supply chain. The top green one is where how the seed reaches the plant. There is R&D handoff, then there is a purity level, then there is a multiplication that happens, and then the hybrid seed is harvested finally, and finished delivery reaches the plant. Today at this critical junction, barring paddy, I think rest of the crops are through. Paddy, there is a hiccup clearly coming at this phase. Corn, most of it has reached the plant. Vegetables, you can say it's in the fag end, barring 1-2 products in the fag end, most of it has reached. Cotton, millet, wheat has already been done. They have all reached from the fields, farmer field, from the production fields to the processing plant, the inflow of the seed material. But paddy, especially the hybrid and the research paddy, it is taking a hit because the phase, generally the paddy comes in this April end to May. So it looks like April has been, the last 15 days has been a tough for paddy. Labor in terms of production areas have been hit and harvesting has been hit. So barring paddy, rest of the crops are in a much better phase at this point of time. Getting into the seed output supply chain, we know again from the processing plant, there is a sales happening for all the organizations in terms of seed. They typically move to the C&F for the warehouses and then to the distributor, retailers and farmer. At this time, plant operations are being run at 30 to 60%. So this is in the first phase of lockdown. So again, here, fingers crossed, post 20th, we are not sure if things improve. So people might get the labor back. Plant can operate at 80 to 100%, and it's almost there. But today, in terms of the lockdown 1.1, as we all call it, the operations has been hit. It is at around 30 to 60% of the normal capacity where people would like to perform. So the labor is being hit. There is no free labor movement going to the factories. As a result, the packing, the processing has been hit now. And the second biggest hit to the industry has been the primary transport, which is to the distributors and C&F, and then the secondary transport, which is to the retailers and farmer. Today, transports are not available freely across. So this is being a big hit again to the industry today in terms of seeds specifically at this point. And then post 20th, there is expected to be delivery cutter because everyone wants to place the seed. So once the freedom comes for the transporter, there will be a heavy pressure on the couriers, on the transport providers, so that everyone places the seed. That's what it stands as of now in terms of the supply chain. So we all know the pain points. We are all working with the farming community in different sectors, all of us. So I think this is one slide where we are all aware of. Farmers, first of all, they are deeply impacted with the harvested produce. They're unable to sell their, whether it is field crops or vegetables, they're unable to sell their produce to the market. because there is no transport to the market. Also, mandis are not operational. The physical mandis at the rural level, barring the main at the city level, they are not operational today. And finally, their impact is very much there on the income, and they are expected to be credit oriented now. So they will be dependent on the distributors or the dealers for the credit in terms of Kharif purchases. That's what the scenario as on date. And again, retailers and distributors, the same scenario. There is no cash flows, and they all have a fixed cost in terms of rentals, in terms of the staff in the shops. So they all have to bear it for now because there is not proper flow. Farmers are not coming for the purchases. Similarly, the goods are also not reaching them from the companies. That is what the scenario as of now. And finally, when you get into the warehouse, end of warehouse, the same scenario, close to the retailers and distributors. So everyone in this chain will be dependent more on the credit, whether it is the firm credit, whether it is a retailer credit, or that is how the credit extension is expected to go up in this Kharif because of the limited cash flow that is running in this cycle for now. So now I'll move on to the organizational approach and the scenario base. So these are the 4 key organization functions. Any firm, for that sake, whether it is finance, whether it is sales, whether it is plant operation or customer service, these 4 form a crux of the organization in terms of field execution, especially in the peak season. So today, finance, the scenario is not that great. Even if you look at the multinational firms or the Indian firms, the cash flow is stuck clearly. So the phase is where prioritization of payments are happening based on 4 scenarios or 3 scenarios. Today, I've given 3 scenarios here. April 20th onwards, if the cash flow improves. May 3rd onwards, if the cash flow improves, that is a lockdown 2.2 expected. Or if it doesn't ease out even after lockdown, still the cash flow is not improving in the market from June 1st. So based on these 3 to 4 scenarios, people are working out on the prioritization of payments that need to be done, because some payments you can hold, some payments you cannot hold, whether it is to the production areas, whether it is to the vendor, whether it is to the transport. So that is how the prioritization of payments are happening at this phase. Also, there is an additional cash plan flows that need to be done in terms of cost optimization. Some marketing budget campaigns, field campaigns have been cut because people are not able to move. Now we also need to look at rationalization of approaches. Which is the campaign you need to take it up, whether you can delay your sales conventions, whether you can delay your other meetings for now in terms of expenditure. So that is how the thoughts are in the organization. So still people are looking at the 3 to 4 scenarios when the cash flow improves, based on which you need to work at each scenario, which is the better scenario. And that is an important part at this phase, because once the sales start, the prioritization of placement plan also happens. So again, placement plan is linked to which market is operational today. Some of the markets are falling in red zone. For example, Ghaziabad. So most of the companies have a C&F in Ghaziabad, but the Ghaziabad falls under red zone. So people are unable to move the stocks. So then you need to decide whether you want to place the stocks in other south markets or east markets versus the north market. That is how you need to take the placement plan. It is not in terms of the season alone. It is in terms of the restricted movement, in terms of the SKUs, in terms of high value products. So that is how placement plan has to be prioritized at this phase. And important part is to be in connect with the customers for the sales team at this time. When we again discuss the operations, we have already touched upon the labor is not working at full capacity today. So they are at around 30 to 60%. So you need to again prioritize the packing plan in terms of SKUs, whether it is 10 gram, 250 gram, 500 gram combination, which is more important packing at this stage. Similarly, again, not only the SKUs, you also need to prioritize the product. Some areas, though there is immediate sale in April, they are falling in red zone. For example, Indore in MP, there is a hot pepper requirement at this phase. April is where hot pepper starts in MP. But today, the Indore is falling in red zone. So you need to decide whether you want to go with Indore or Maharashtra, wherein again, April end, there is the sales pickup. So that is how you need to prioritize, looking at not only the general placement scenario or the business approach, but also the total red zone scenarios here, the restrictions that is there in terms of seed placement. So then the packing plan also falls in the same, and then you need to analyze the gap in the packing plan. Today, whether in terms of April month-end placement, you are able to pack or not pack, then you might have to go with space if there's a limited space, or you might have to outsource a labor once a scenario eases out to 20th. If you are able to access labor, you might have to outsource the labor. So this all requires additional cash. So that is how the finance plays a critical role at this phase in terms of easing up your cash flows at this phase. And again, customer service. It needs to be flexible with transport providers. All the seed firms have a fixed transport provider so far. So they have 3 to 4 vendors who they typically operate with. At this phase, you do not have a standard SafeX or Gati operational. So you need to look at area-wise, location-wise, the transport available, and we need to be flexible so that we place the seed and ensure last mile connectivity of farmers is done. So these are the different ways. Also, people are also working at collaboration of vehicles at local level. Some of the territory managers in the sales organizations in states have been tying up. 3 to 4 company competitors are also tying up in terms of single truck availability. At this phase, courier is not there. So be in touch with the truck and ensure 2 metric ton truck capacity comes in with 3 to 4 competitors pulling in, and they're supplying to the distributors and the farmer. So these are the different models that is going in, and these 4 important functions of a seed firm need to be aligned in terms of scenario based switch, how we need to plan it so that the seed is available to the farmer. So this is a high level view. This might not be exactly correct, but I could get access of the KPMG analysis here, wherein you can see the green states: AP, Maharashtra, UP, and MP. These are the 4 states. Or the first diagram showing the area under field crops are very high here. So paddy, wheat, groundnut, cotton, and sugarcane is very high. So today, with the migrant labor moving back to their native places, so field intensive or labor intensive field crops might get impacted. So that is what it looks at this preliminary phase. So this is slightly preliminary because we are not sure how it spans out after the lockdown 2.4 goes in. At this phase, it looks like labor intensive field crops will take a hit. So these are the some of the states to have a look at it. Similarly, if you look at again the agri workforce ranges, the labor, the salary is already high, the per day income that goes in to ensure they work. So these are the some of the states, Andhra, Telangana, Maharashtra, MP, and UP, wherein there can be a hit in some of the field crops. That is what it looks like. There can be advantage to the vegetable sector at this point of time. Again, getting into the vegetable view, so it is not purely all vegetables might also grow, because the transplanting required vegetables in terms of labor intensity is high. Tomato, hot pepper, and okra, these are the 3 crops which requires generally nurseries, people growing through nurseries, and also has a transplanting background. Also, some of the crops require staking. So staking, transplanter, and labor intensive combination, if you look at it, these are the 3, 4 crops. Again, they might take a hit. So this is again preliminary. We need to analyze it, how it goes in. The other labor intensive crops and combination of this. Along with that, you also have corn, maize. Corn being the sentiments are low for the meat consumption. So that is one of the hit in terms of the major 65% of corn goes to the poultry sector or the meat sector. So today the poultry sector consumption has gone down. So corn sentiments are slightly low. In fact, some of the companies have reduced the prices already, placing for the season. So that is how it looks like in terms of the crops at a high level. And you look at the positivity, herbicide usage might grow. Again, fingers crossed, because herbicides are also, I think we have got another sector specialist speaking on that. They're also dependent on China. PGR, micronutrients, herbicides, these are the 2-3 sectors which are dependent on China for the import of the materials also. So how the raw material imports is happening, we are still not sure. So though the herbicide requirement will grow up because of a limited labor that might span in, but we have to look at the supply of the herbicides. Coming into the seed, again running back to the seed, vegetable household consumption has grown. So overall, vegetables is expected to be bullish at this point of time. So again, I always keep saying at this point of time, because we have to see how it spans out over the next 10-15 days. Once the sowing starts in June, so the May month is crucial. Many dynamics can change in and out within the crops. So that is how we need to keep looking, be in touch with the ground for it. The major responsibilities of the agri input firms at this point of time is they have to ensure availability to the farmer, because inputs being the basic sector for the farmer, and we all know India's population, many are dependent on rural farming. So availability of the seed, fertilizer, pesticide, machinery, micro irrigation, this is a basic necessity for the farmer. Similarly, the digital connect needs to be done, because today people are not able to go to the field. The sales team typically do the farmer meetings and the campaigns so that they are in connect with the pre-season. Today, the pre-season activities have taken a hit with the lockdown. So the digital connect in terms of guiding the farmer for the lead generation, the market development activities, similarly the general farmer connect, the COVID safety campaigns, all this needs to be done digital campaign. So this is not an easy thing because typically input companies have not been a specialist in terms of digital connect, but today the need has come to adapt themselves in a short time. This challenge has been thrown to all the sectors. This is one of the challenge to become digitalization and connect with the farmers. We all know at rural levels, the digital connect is not very high and the numbers keep changing of the farmers regularly. So this is one of the challenge wherein it's opportunity come challenge for the sector. Similarly, the most important thing is to keep farmer safety in the mind while we supply all this. There should not be a farmer cluttering. So we should ensure the supply is done in the right time so that there is no farmer cluttering at the time of purchase. And there has to be a guidelines induction from the seed sector saying phasing out of availability of the product and then purchase of the product should happen over a period of time, not in a single span of hour or 30 minutes. So this is another important aspect. So in crux, availability, digital connect, and safety. These three are the firm's responsibilities, the agri-input sector responsibility at this point of time, so that we are ensuring the social sector and the farming sector are also in line with all this. So getting into the government support to the sector, there are multiple initiatives which already government is already in progress, but the implementation field integration can be better. Direct benefit transfer to farmers is already in progress, but if you look at it, the impact of availability of 1 meal per day is becoming a need today. 1 meal per day per farmer is becoming a challenge today. So these are the areas where still the implementation can be done. Similarly, harvested produce, freedom to operate, that has to be given. Online passes today are available, so that has to be freely given based on the vehicle and the agri requirement. Today online passes and the passes have become very restricted, and it's all becoming a local connect or a local person dependent issue. So there can be improvement in terms of the free movement of the goods. Similarly, the subsidy can be given to each one of the value chain depending on the requirement, whether it is distributor in terms of tax rebate, whether it is farmer in terms of subsidies for the farm machinery, whether it is for the seed firm in terms of the total revenue tax concession they do, and the stimulus package can be looked in for this sector as a whole. Partnership model in terms of government clubbing with the private partnerships so that the produce is taken in, and finally there is a cash flow that runs into the sector. So these are the different thoughts or the recommendations at a high level from the government. Though some of them have been thought of, still the implementation on ground can be refined. I think that's it. I think in my span of 10 minutes, I have already overshot.
Yeah, thanks, Vamsi. But it was very nice presentation. I think you are the first guy who has shared the presentation. What we'll do is we will complete all the presentation, and then if there are certain queries on specific sectors or any specific presentation, we may take it, but because that will give us a good alignment on the time. So,
Okay.
Hello everyone, I'm Ajay Singh Rathod
yes.
from 2009-11 batch.
And Ajay, 10 minutes.
Yeah, sure, sir. I will finish before that.
Thank you. Chalo.
A brief introduction about me. I started my career with Dhanuka Agritech Limited. Worked there for almost 3 years and then moved to Sumitomo Chemicals. So I have been into pesticide sales for 5 years into sales. Then moved to seed organizations, and for almost 3.5 years, I have been into seed sales, mainly in vegetables. So recently I'm working with Mahiko Seeds, heading chili crop as a portfolio manager, or you can say crop lead. So looking at the situation, Indian seed sector under COVID situation, we will focus on quality seeds, supply chain, sales in current situation, then impact on stakeholders, then way forward. First, I think Vamsi sir has already briefed everything which need to be seen during this situation. First, after 22nd March, we have seen a lockdown. So everyone has to work under the distancing norm at workplaces or at the home. So we know already see it as an essential commodity. So we need to distribute these seeds, and impact on we have seen impact on parent seed production, particularly Vamsi sir that there is a impact on raw crop and raw crop multiplication And I have seen personally there is an impact on trials. There are several trials, important trials which are going on for our vegetable, particularly hot peppers like tomatoes. So then they need to be evaluation observation for further launches and further testing purpose. Then coming to the after evaluation and the trialing, there has to be some quality testing. Our organization produces ISTA certificates, Orange OIC certification, then goes to the quality certification. So we have seen a lot of problems regarding quality certification because people are not moving from their houses. So our organization provided shelter at their testing lab itself to the scientists who can do their work. So they have to work from their from the infrastructure level itself. Second, we have seen a problem in packaging, storage, disruptives in imports. So we are mostly dependent on imported seed for vegetable seeds, particularly like cucurbits, like hot peppers, and many tomatoes. So we have seen problems in packaging and distribution of these crops, particularly. After that, if we have even got those materials, so we have seen a problem in distribution, like where we were not getting any proper transportation. So supply to the retailer and distributor point was difficult. And again, so again after that, if we are able to provide the seeds to the retailer and to the distributor point, so connectivity with the farmers or to the retailer was very low. So we have to go to the digital way for the interaction with the farmers or with the retailer level. And managing stock was also very problematic. And one thing that all the brands were not available to the retail points and to the farmers for the sale as per their choices. So whatever brands are available as per the availability of transportation, they have to purchase. If they have received these seeds, so labor they are in crisis. If a labor is not available, then they have to go for the increased input cost. So it will be impacting small farmers particularly, and vegetable areas, as Vamsi sir was saying, that there may be increase in the area of vegetables. So I would say here that small vegetable farmers are particularly are having low land holding. So I would say there's some area under vegetables currently in April and March and April situation in Maharashtra, MP, Andhra, they may be impacted. Impact on stakeholders. First, channel partners. We have seen disruptive supply of inputs. If supply is hindered, so there will be sales problem. There will be a problem in seed quality. Suppose there are too many Me Too products in the market. Earlier we have seen that there are too many Me Too organizations. They used to sell Me Too products for directly purchasing from the farmers or any other unauthorized point. So there will be lower sales of Me Too products. Cash or credit flow for the sales and purchase will be impacted, and the profitability of the retailer and distributor will be impacted. Now talking about farmers, as of now, bearing increased cost of input, we are mostly like fertilizer or pesticides, mostly active ingredients are bought from the outside of India. So we are mostly dependent upon the imports. So he obviously supplies are not there. So he will be bearing the cost for the increased cost of input. Labor crisis is there. So sowing may be impacted. There may be some change in cropping pattern as per the availability of the resources. So as Vamsi has said that there is a distress sale of produce. Recently, we have seen some cases in Chile. After the lockdown, chili produce were there in Andhra and Telangana. There is readily available to sell. But thing is that due to lockdown, the person who are purchasing this material not available in the market. So they have to store these things in the cold storage or the store wherever available. So they have to bear that cost also. In this situation, in distress condition or bearing extra cost, there may be chances that there will be less cash and may lead to lower purchase. there will be some impact on organization, like working efficiency is almost 50%. Ramses also said that this is already 30 to 60%. We'll see impact on Rabi product, risk of infection to workers and closure of workplaces of factory. You know already the situation is very congenial, not congenial. So if anyone is infected, there may be chances that where we are packaging or any processing of seeds is taking place, if anyone is infected, the place may be totally closed. So operations of the organization may be impacted. As already told, that higher cost of operations already there. Cash and credit flow of the interest paid will be impact its profit. These are all organizations. And something about financial institution, recovery will be delayed. You know already we are there is already cash crunch. So recovery for the banks and NBFCs will be delayed, and lending to the primary sector will be impacted. There will be impact on interest also, because mostly banks and given this moratorium by the banks for the payments. So obviously there will be impact on interest earned by the banks, and limited cash flow will be there. Talking about the investments, investors are very particular in their investments. So impact on investors' money will be there, because cash flow, or you can say, or sales are down. So there will be impact on investors' money. Risk on new startups. In this recently we have seen many new startups which are cash crunch. So there will be problem for these new startups which are working on the agriculture sectors. There will be selective or prioritized investment in the sector.
Ajay, if you can, wind up.
Yeah. So what can be way forward? They need to invest more in R&D in Indian continent, so that dependency on the imported seeds and currency devaluation can be reduced. So we can reduce the cost of input for the farmer and for the organization. Sustainable infrastructure like development through PPP model or research labs, modern testing centers, and modern warehouse and cold storage and supply chain will be good for this situation. Farming. Prioritizing cropping pattern and using of artificial intelligence will improve income and reduce dependency. Organizing themselves through FPOs, FPCs for better connectivity, forward linkage, and resources utilization will be better. Digitization, new way of farmer communication and branding will be there after post COVID. Proper utilization of resources and manpower will be there. Efficiency will improve in forward linkage. Furthermore, institutional role will improve. Bank NBFCs, FPOs, FPCs will start up their, will improve their rural marketing and resource utilizations. Bank and NBFCs may focus on digital method of transaction in rural areas, and they may prioritize investment in agriculture sector. Thank you, sir.